Games back from out west can be tricky. Like, how do you describe what the body's like coming off a trip like that?
I mean, I think you're just trying to get back into the rhythm of things and the time change and all of that. I mean, today was a nice, short practice. Just kind of get out there, get the legs moving a bit, get a sweat, and just try to kind of, use the rest of the day to get adjusted as well as you can.
2-0-2 against the Panthers so far. Like, what has to change, I guess, to get on the right side of them tomorrow?
I mean, they're tight games. They've been tight games every single time we've played them. So, it's just details. The margins are small. Just being structured in our game. Special teams obviously is really important. Just how tight these games have been. So it'll be a good test and a good challenge for us tomorrow.
You haven't seen him with Marchand. Like, how much does that change the dynamic when they add a guy like that? Understanding they're still missing Kachuk and Ekblad.
Yeah, I mean, you add a player of his caliber, obviously, a really good player, strong player. So it obviously gives them a little bit of a boost for sure. But I think you just got to be ready to play no matter who's in the lineup, regardless.
We know what the standings are. How much does the possibility of first place creep into the mindset now with less than 10 games to go?
I think it's in the mindset for sure. Obviously, but I think these last stretch of games, you just want to make sure that our game's moving in the right direction. I thought that trip ended off on the right note there in Anaheim, and you just want to continue to build momentum going into these last 7-8 games. So, like I said, it's going to be another good test, good challenge for us tomorrow against a divisional team. Obviously, like you said, the standings are really tight, and you want to go up and get that for sure.
Go ahead.
John's been on a great stretch lately. What does it do for the group when a guy like that's playing the way he is as of late?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I don't think what he does and the way he approaches things doesn't really change much, regardless of how things are going individually. But he's obviously plays a big part on this team and has been playing some great hockey for us. And so it's great to see. You want all guys kind of rolling like that, but when a guy like him is on the stretch that he's been like, it's just been great to see, and obviously a big boost for our group.
Coach A's skate came up there, kind of a scary moment. I'm just wondering, like, do you have thought about the neck protection and extra stuff? Like, how much thought have you given to that over the years here?
I think it's something kind of look at in the summertime. I don't know. It caught me closer to the visor, I'd say, than anything. But obviously, it happened so quick, and fortunately, nothing serious happened. But I did kind of feel the momentum of. Skate or something like kind of coming up, so just try to brace myself. But yeah, pretty fortunate that nothing serious came out of it.
The team signed Ryan Kerwin out of Arizona State. I'm just curious, has he been on your radar at all coming out of Arizona State?
I don't know him, personally or anything, so no. But nice to have another Arizona guy around here.
Ovi's getting pretty close to the record, and we're doing some retrospective stuff on his big moments. You were in the building for that goal in Phoenix. What do you remember most about that night, and does it take on a little added meaning being there now that he's going to be the record holder?
I mean, it's pretty cool that just witnessing the history and witnessing a record like that. I mean, there's not too many records. Obviously Sid the other night with the most point per game seasons, but there's not too many records that you see guys passing Wayne Gretzky on, and obviously the goals, all-time goal records, pretty big one. So it's just been pretty cool to witness that and play against him. He's been one of my favorite players, since I was growing up. So. Just cool to see. Fortunately, we don't have him anymore this year. He's usually good for at least one against us, but it's going to be pretty cool to see that kind of unfold and how it all happens.
Well, as a guy who's scored very consistently since you've come into the league, to see what Ovi has done over 20 years, can you put into perspective just how impressive it is that he's been able to score at that pace for that long?
Yeah, I mean, the consistency is obviously really impressive, and just finding a way to score. And then it was a season 20 for him, right? Yeah, season 20, and I mean, he's, what is he, 4 away now, 5 away, something like that. Like it's pretty crazy to think about. Just the consistency over the years, and just him being able to stay healthy, and all the stuff that goes into having the opportunity to put yourself in that position. So no doubt that it's going to happen here eventually, and like I said, it's going to be pretty cool to witness.
What do you remember most about that goal he scored against the Coyotes?
I was like 6 years old, so you look back at like the videos and the YouTube and stuff, and Gretzky was the coach, and I mean even he couldn't keep his eye off the jumbotron. But I think. It was more, everybody was just kind of more in shock and awe than, celebrating, honestly, because they couldn't really fathom what just happened.
And you never talked about it, eh, that you were there?
No.
Right, you said that. Okay. Just these games coming off the West Coast, they can be tricky. Like, how would you describe what the body feels like coming off that trip?
Yeah, it's a long flight, but I kind of get used to it now. I saw it last year, obviously, so just a little more used to it now, and I think we're good at taking care of ourselves and eating right and stuff like that. So shouldn't affect us too much.
How would you describe the significance of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I think it's important. Obviously, you see how tight the standings are, and with our rivalry, it's pretty important, and I think it's going to be a playoff game tomorrow for sure.
How do you guys flip it? It's been close games, obviously, against them, or the most recent one was certainly very close. How do you flip it in your favor tomorrow?
I think dialing on our special teams, making sure we win that battle, and then just kind of doing the simple things, the simple and ugly things that are going to win the hockey game. Taking hits, making plays, getting it out of our zone, being good on the lines, little things like that are going to help us win this game.
What sort of challenge do you see in a line that has both Sam Bennett and now Brad Marchand?
Yeah, it's a lot of physicality, a lot of little plays after the whistle. They're going to try to get in your head, but I think we have a good group, and I think we're not going to allow that to have us take stupid penalties and have them get that advantage on us. So we're going to be sharp and we're going to play them hard.
What is your perspective on the penalty the other night? Like, it looked like you were just standing up for yourself in that situation. Like, how do you see the roughing call?
Yeah, I was honestly just trying to get off the ice, and then he kind of stood in front of the door there, and I just assumed it was going to be an altercation. He was going to be in my face, so I just tried to protect myself, and I was kind of unsure why I was the only one to get a penalty there. I don't know, but is what it is. Moved on and won the game, so that's good.
When you get down to a run lately with 13 goals in March, what does it mean for the group when a guy like that's playing how he is lately, especially around this time of the year?
Yeah, it's incredible. It shows the consistency he's had. It's remarkable what he's doing, and he's been a big example in this locker room on how to take care of yourself and how to show up prepared. It's really awesome to see him getting rewarded for all his hard work.
Billy signed Ryan Kerwin out of Arizona State. I'm just curious how much you may know.
Yeah, I've played with him here and there, youth hockey, and so, and I obviously played against him when he was at Penn State. So yeah, I'll have to shoot him a text here. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's here. I think he's gonna really enjoy it and thrive here.
What did you notice about his game, I guess, when you went up against him?
I think he's a really good shooter. Can fire the puck from anywhere. Natural goal scorer. He loves to put the puck back in the net. So hopefully he can do that here and help out here.
When you get down to the final 10 games or something like that, how you start looking at how important is it to finish strong? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I feel like I say this a lot, but you want to play your best hockey towards the end of the season. I think your last game should be your best game. You should have the momentum and feel good going into playoffs. So it's important. I know it's obviously not easy. With how many games we have to play and how short a time we have, but it's important to be playing our best hockey at this time.
I think it's good to go through those things, just to have those little pointers to kind of feed in tomorrow and try and take down a very high-end power play, just trying to manage that.
What do you like about the penalty kill here?
I like the structure of it all. I feel like guys are in the right spots, doing their responsibilities. It makes it pretty clear on where you're supposed to be, and it's super nice how the four-man unit works together out there. When one guy goes, everybody goes. There's good pressure reads at times, but I felt like it's been pretty good so far.
What's the significance of the game tomorrow, do you think?
I think it's huge. I think it's a great test. For me, I'm looking forward to it as a challenge. They're obviously a good team, somebody that we could see here in the near future. So just kind of basing it off of that, just going out, playing a good game, and proving to ourselves that, we're right in there.
Anthony, how would you describe the significance of tomorrow's game?
It's important, but at this stage of the year, every game's important. So, I like to where our game's been the last two games. So hopefully we can continue that momentum going into tomorrow.
What can you take away from the last game against these guys and learn from and change for tomorrow?
I think realistically we just got to worry about ourselves and continue to play our game. I think we know the quality of team that they have over there, and we know what kind of style they like to play. And I think if we continue to go out there, play like we have been this last trip, I like our chances out there.
You played with Sam. What's it like to be in a battle, Anthony, with a team that you know so well personally? The first place.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously why you play play the games. You want to get that home ice advantage, get that last change. So everyone in here knows the significance of the game tomorrow, and we're going to be looking to go out there, get pucks deep, get to the net, and just play our game.
You played with Sam. You played against Marchand. Now they're together. They like to get near and dear to opposing goalies. What kind of challenge do they present?
Yeah, I mean Florida's a team that likes to go to the net. They like to try to get under your skin a little bit. But like I said, I think if we continue just to focus on ourselves, continue to just go out there and worry about our game, and kind of not let them rattle us, I think that's going to be in favor of us. So we just have to stick to our game.
How do you feel you handled it last time out? Like, it felt like they really made a concerted effort. They probably do every game to get at you. I remember there was one play you went at Greer. Bennett pushed you out of the crease on the other one. For some reason, the whistle didn't go. Like, how did you deal with it last time?
Yeah, as a goalie, it's part of the game. They're going to bump you, and I'm a pretty big guy, so, if I can, I'll stand up for myself. But I thought the guys did a really good job, the defensemen, the centers, forwards, of just kind of clearing guys out. And, like I said, that's part of their tactics. They like to go to the net. They like to drive hard, and they like to catch in on those, rebound chances and the loose change around the net. So it's going to be up to me to kind of, control everything and just go out there and stop the puck.
You have a history with Sharky, that mascot? They pushed that video of him getting in your grill.
I think it's the first time in a while, actually. I haven't actually played there. The last couple of years I've been in Anaheim in Florida. I played at the SAP, so it's been a while probably since I saw him, so he just wanted to probably say hi.
What are these games, first game back from the West like? Like, with the body clock, like how would you describe what it feels like?
Yeah, I think we kind of gone through this enough over the years, and we were just in the Utah, Vegas, Colorado trip. So, we were just out there. So it's just getting back. It was nice to kind of have a day off yesterday, just kind of regroup a little bit, and we had travel. But we're excited to be back home, be back in our own beds, and we're excited to play in front of our fans at home.
That had to be probably one of the quicker practices this season. What are you trying to get out of a day like today?
Just get it moving, after flying back yesterday and, the travel and back-to-back games. You can always look at going a couple different ways, but I thought we thought the best thing, was come out and get a quick skate, get moving around a little bit, get back to the rink here and get ready for tomorrow.
What's the key to flipping the script on these guys? They've gotten you twice so far this season. What do you think is the key tomorrow? Get on the right side of it.
Yeah, I think the last game we played them here was, a good hockey game. 5-on-5 was tight. Obviously, they scored 2 PP goals. The game for me could have went either way. I think we played them the right way. This team's going to check you. They're a hard team to play against. There's no doubt. There's not a lot of room out there. You got to fight for your ice, and I can go over the whole thing. Like, it's just you gotta be solid in all areas of your game against this team.
You're a big preacher of discipline. All of a sudden, they started putting Marchand and Bennett on the same line. You know what to expect. How do you get your guys to not get sucked in?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it's always, we talk about it. They're going to do their thing that they do, and they're going to try to disrupt you and try to draw you into a penalty. You just you can't react to it. You got to initiate and stand your ground, but you got to be careful with taking the extra shot or swing or, it's hard, but at the same time, that's what they want, and you can't get drawn into that.
Stolarz tomorrow? Certainly seemed like he was off early today.
I know there's a lot of talk about Tavares' production this year, but coming off a road trip, 15-minute practice, but he's still out there working. What stands out most about his work ethic?
Yeah, no, that's probably what stands out the most is work ethic, routine, understanding what this guy, he understands what he needs day in and day out to be successful, and he never ever stops doing it. He just continues to follow the routine no matter what. So that's why he's still having success at a later age in life and hockey.
You're just focusing on yourselves the last group of games here, Craig. What do you want to see out of the group as this regular season winds down now?
Yeah, just playing good hockey, consistent hockey. I think in all areas of the game. I think that's I think for me, it's really stressing. It's about the team and nothing else. That's. I think if everybody grabs a hold of that, putting the team first, playing for the team. Nothing else matters but just playing good, consistent hockey and working to get 2 points every night. Can't have individual stuff this time of year. It's all about the team.
You probably found that this year, haven't you? Given where you are.
For sure. I think it's been good. Obviously, there's always situations and things like that, but that's the most important thing. We want to be playing consistent hockey here and in all areas of our game, trying to hone it in. And again, just, everybody taking a little bit less and giving more and putting the team first.
Stolarz is 0-2 against these guys this year. Does that factor into the decision making at all, or?
No, not really. No. It is what it is. The team's 0-2.
I know you talk a lot about it. You got to take it one game at a time. Every game is worth points, but in the next 8 days, you play Florida twice, Tampa once. You kind of control your own fate. How important is that?
Well, it is. We got, exactly what you said. We can control it to a certain extent, and we have these big games. They're all big games, but they're big games within our division and fighting in the same spot as them. So I think they're good games down the stretch here. I really do. I think.
Patrick and Hakanpää, part of practice, how significant is that? Where are they
Well,
at?
no, it's good that they're out there and they've been working, with our development crew and people back here skating and trying to get healthy. So hopefully they can get healthy and be part of the team at some point.
If I can just ask you about one of your former players, but you talked after Four Nations about Bennington and when people doubt him, how big he comes up, and now all of a sudden he's on a run now too. You've seen him go through this before. Is this a sign of, yet again, of just how competitive this guy is?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a highly competitive guy, and if there's any doubters, he hears that, and he knows that, and he's going to do anything in his power to turn it the other way. He's a like I said, he's got a lot of jam, and he'll fight for everything. Yeah, he's done it before, right? So, and you never want to doubt him.